just so that you believe me when we say that there is a gold coin here. Right? This is the first, this is the second prize for the class participation. The first prize are the marks, right? I think that's far more important currently, right? The prize comes courtesy of our sponsors, okay? This workshop is being sponsored by ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company. They run a mutual fund. Because we are late, you don't see their banners around, but that will be put up as we speak. Okay. Next one. You do know. I hope. Sorry, what did she say? I hope those who smoke, they know that smoking, apart from a lot of other things, causes potency loss. Right? No? You didn't know that? Okay. Well, now you know. Okay. Okay. So how much does your smoking cost you? How much does your smoking cost you? Give me a figure.
Buy a packet 140 bucks.
140 bucks. And how many a month? How many pack a day?
One pack a day.
So 140 into 30. That's okay, that's 4,000 bucks. Oh. Somebody else, a little less of a smoker?
He's more of
I'm just going to assume 1/4 of the cost that you just told me. Okay? 1,000 rupees a month. Let's say this smoking is costing you 1,000 rupees a month. Right? How old are you? 20. Okay. Go on. So, with all this smoking, how long do you think you're going to live? I think 60 tops. Okay. So that's 40 years left, right? So if you spend 1,000 rupees a month, just 1,000, I'm not even taking, you'll cut down. So if you're just spending 1,000 rupees a month, okay, over 40 years, how much money are you going to spend? Come on, this is simple math. 4 lakhs, and we can do this without calculators. We are Indians, right? We don't need a calculator to do it. 4 lakh, 80,000, right? Everybody agrees? That's the absolute. And we are taking 25% of the cost you spend. We are not taking inflation. Cigarettes, I remember when I was in college, cigarette used to cost 25 paisa. Okay, even that we could not afford. Okay, but it's going to cost more, right? Plus you're going to have health issues. Plus you're going to, lots of other expenditure, right? We will just.
Symbiosis covers health.
Yeah. Along with cigarette, at least that used to be the trend. You buy these halls or mentodents and things like that. That's how that used to be when I was in college, right? So we're not taking all that costs into account. We're not taking health costs into account. Okay. We of course will not take the cost that you incur because of your loss of potency, but okay. We worked out 4 lakh. Sorry, somebody said something about the loss of potency. I think that's an interesting subject.
So I'm saying loss of potency would be beneficial to me because I won't have to spend that much money.
I'm going to come back 5 years later and we'll have a chat. Okay, so 4,80,000, right? 4,80,000 is the cost. Okay? Oops. Okay? But just suppose this over 40 years, this is the absolute minimum that you're going to spend. 4,80,000 rupees a month over 40 years. Right? Now, if this money, instead of spending on blowing it up on smoking, if you were to invest this, right, at 15% per annum. Okay, guess how much it will be? It's 3 crores. Okay, how much is it? And how much expenditure have we taken? 1,000 rupees per month. He's already spending 4, right? Plus all the incidentals. Plus it's going to go up. Plus all the health cost he is going to incur. Okay? Plus. Right? Just this 1,000 rupees a month, if he invests at 15% per annum, okay, it's going to be 3 crores at the end of 40 years. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Stop smoking is a good first lesson. Start investing is a good second lesson, right? Use the power of compounding.
Yeah, sorry, I realize you're trying to illustrate example here, but when you're talking about investment, do you take into account human nature? Do you take human nature into account when you're talking about investment? Now, we humans are such as that we want immediate gratification for anything. It takes a tremendous amount of self-control to not spend money on something that will satisfy your wants immediately when you're talking about stuff like this. So it's very easy to say, don't spend this much money on cigarettes. But let's take, like my example, I don't smoke at all, but I spend my money on other useless crap. So, I mean, you can't really quantify something like that. I mean, it's very easy to say that, but when it comes to actually doing it, it takes a tremendous
It takes tremendous. So not everybody, right? How do you do this? What is your? How do you do this? Why are some people able to do it and some people not able to do it? Anything? Yeah.
Because people are different. People essentially are different. You have different personalities. You have people who are very, they always think about money, but you have people who are kind of got their head in the clouds. They want to care about money, but somehow things just work out because of the way they are. Suppose people who live really cluttered lives, they don't organize their stuff. They have messy desks. It's about the way people are.
So it's the personality. What he says is some people care about money and are able to act, some are not.
Also, just character what Mikhail said, it is about immediate gratification. If it's materially, say for some people it's cigarettes, for some people it's whatever other thing devices. And also with investments, people look for return on investments to come back immediately. So they want that kind of turnover to come back to them in a very short amount of time. So as a finance student, well, whatever capacity that I am, I've understood that investments are a long-term discipline. And I think in using investments as an opportunity to learn self-control would be the way I would look at it, because you have to develop the idea of saving, the idea of wanting to multiply, but being patient enough to wait for the results.
Being patient enough is needed. So I think the point, Mikhail, is how do you become patient enough? Somebody wants to talk about that? Somebody at the back, raise the hand. Okay.
So how do you learn unless you do, right?
One. Okay. And one of the things that help people do anything. I mean, money is one thing, right? I'm sure there are people out here who want to lose weight, right? There are people out here who want to do other things, okay? Which are all coming at the cost of some instant gratification, right? It's eat this burger or lose weight, right? Or whatever else, other things that could be there, right? One way in which people are able to do this is to visualize what will happen. Create that visual in front of you.